speaker tonight, David Farias, has been in the program since 1999. David is an alumnus from Sequoia High School. He will speak about how Summer Search has impacted him.
Hello, my name is David Farias, and I would like to talk about Summer Search, a program I've been involved in for over 6 years. This program has changed my life, and it has given me a lot and instilled in me a boy who was not supposed to make it, never to quit. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous right now. As I get to know you, I'll feel more comfortable, and then I'll do better. This is why the program is effective and why I am honored to be speaking to you. Parents, community members, and students of the Summer Search Silicon Valley tonight. Being a part of Summer Search is a journey. Just like all of you students, when I was in high school, I was selected by my future mentor, and in my case, the founder of Summer Search was Linda Mornell. Out of the thousands of students in my school, Sequoia Union High School, little did I know how much of an impact this would have made for me for the rest of my life. I grew up in the worst area of Redwood City, and I was surrounded by drugs and gangs. I never thought I would live to see 23 years old because of all the violence that surrounded me, from shootings to people getting beatings from the gang members for no reason. I lived in a one-bedroom apartment along with my 2 parents, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters, along with a family of 4, which totaled to 11 people. Being a part of this environment, both at home and in Redwood City, I felt like there was no way out. According to pretty much everyone, I was supposed to fail. Statistics said just because I lived in this neighborhood, I should be a part of these drugs and gang activities that were going on in this environment that I lived in. I felt like, even though I didn't see it in me, there was one ray of hope. Like for all you there was a special teacher who saw leadership potential in me, and excuse me, I'm a little bit nervous. Even though I didn't see it in me, there was one ray of hope. Like for you there was a special teacher who saw leadership potential in me and referred me to Summer Search. It was only after my trip that I started to see some of those special things Miss Hudson saw in me. My next challenge, and I know you can all relate to this, was my interview. Mine was with Linda. This was a challenge because I still had no idea what I was getting myself into, and I did not know what I was going to get from this interview, but I did know that I was told after this interview my life would change forever, and a free trip far away, which appealed to me, was going to be offered to me if I did well. This interview changed my life from that day till forever because Linda listened as I told my story about me, a poor kid growing up in poverty, still trying to overcome all hardships in life. That was when I realized I'm a good person and society was going to accept me for who I am. Before then, I thought I'd always be another Latino from Redwood City and defined by where I came from. It was painful to deal with all the silences of the interview, but it was also a powerful lesson to learn that life always has ups and downs, and we have to live for both, no matter how big problems get. Change continued for me after the interview when I went on my Deer Hill expedition in Colorado. Everything seemed to be so different. My favorite memory was being able to see all the stars in the sky in Colorado, although boarding the flight was tough because I was never too sure what the plane was going to feel like. I think this was the hardest part of the trip because I thought being so high in the sky the thought of being high in the sky was so scary. For the first time, I felt like part of something larger, and I was sent to a very far place, and I got to see things I never saw before. Beautiful mountains, different people, and I was also given the opportunity to appreciate life more because I saw that there was more than life than what I saw in Redwood City. Part of this trip was community service with the Navajo Nation, and I got to work with people that had so little and were so appreciative of life. I also got put into places like the outer country. Even though it was the hardest thing I've ever done, it is also where I learned the biggest lesson I still carry with me today. I did not quit. Even when the backpack got heavy, even when I wasn't sure about all the group members, I did not quit. Going to Colorado was only the first half of the trip. Coming home was almost harder than being there. All of a sudden, I was different, and I stood out from everyone else in the neighborhood. I couldn't hide anymore. I was visible, and I didn't want to hide or blend in anymore. I really changed because I was never really afraid to be myself. I came home, and I was one of many few peers of my neighborhood to graduate high school. I was one of even fewer to attend college. I went to Foothill College, and college opened up my mind to do more for myself and my community. Summer Church prepared me for college by offering me a computer and a free mentor to guide me throughout my college years. During my college years, I also got involved with the cadet program of the Sheriff's Office in San Mateo County. I really enjoyed it, and eventually I started to test with the department. Out of 600 people who applied for a position for the Sheriff's Office, only 9 were selected. I am one of those lucky 9 who you would have thought a boy who was supposed to just be another quiet number would be on such a different path. I got sworn in as a Sheriff's Office Correctional Officer on May 8, 2006, and am now currently an employee with the Sheriff's Office in my hometown of Redwood City. It has been a long journey and one that is still continuing. As I stand before you today, I would like to say in life there are always good times and there are always bad times. But you are only a survivor if you learn to live for both. I am going to be a part of Summer Church for the rest of my life, just like all of you founding students. I am going to be here in the Silicon Valley as the Silicon Valley office expands and the entire Summer Church family expands. Moreover, I believe so much in all of you and Summer Church that I plan to support it financially. I'm building my professional career, and I believe in myself in a whole new way. If a boy like me, who is not destined to beat the odds, is now part of the San Mateo County Sheriff's Office, I know all of you can do anything. Chase your dreams and do not quit. The journey will be winding and challenging, but the Summer Church staff, Kamba, Shirley, Dan, are all behind you, and I am too behind you. Good luck to all of you students on your Summer Church trip, on your summer trips.
David, congratulations on being one of 9 officers sworn into the Sheriff's Office.